Vikings' belief in death. Valhalla, Hel, and the meaning of honor. And for the Vikings, death was not an ending in the way we usually think of it today. It was not always something to be feared either. For some Vikings, when death came in the right way, it could even be seen as a reward. But this reward was not meant for everyone. In Viking belief, there was no single place to go after death. There was no simple division like heaven and hell. How a person lived, how they died, and what they achieved in life determined their fate after death. Vikings did not live without thinking about death. On the contrary, death was always on their minds, but they did not run from it. How did the Vikings see death? The Vikings did not deny death. They did not try to escape it or pretend it did not exist. For them, death was a natural part of life. They saw the world as a wheel of fate that even the gods could not escape. Gods or humans, it did not matter. Everyone would die one day. Because of this, what truly frightened them was living without honor, leaving no mark behind, being remembered by no one, and fading away in silence. For a Viking, there was no heavier end than that. Was Valhalla a place everyone went to? When people think of Vikings, one of the first things that comes to mind is Valhalla. But contrary to popular belief, Valhalla was not a place everyone went to. Valhalla was Odin's Hall. It was reserved for those who died showing courage in battle. Only those who fell fighting, who did not retreat, and who faced death without fear could enter. Those who died from illness, old age, or accidents were not allowed into Valhalla. Because of this, for a Viking, the way one died mattered more than death itself. Dying in battle was not just an end, it was proof of a life lived the right way. Was Valhalla a paradise? Valhalla is often imagined as a peaceful paradise, but in the eyes of the Vikings, it was not exactly that. The warriors who went to Valhalla were called the Einherjar. Every day they fought, died, and were brought back to life by evening. Then they ate, drank, and rested together. But this cycle had a purpose. Odin was preparing these warriors for Ragnarok. Ragnarok, in Viking belief, is the end of the world. It is the final battle that even the gods cannot escape. Many gods die and the world is destroyed. But Ragnarok is not only an ending, it is an unavoidable cycle from which a new world is born. Because of this, Valhalla was both a reward and a place of duty. It did not mean eternal peace, but eternal preparation. Freya and Folkvanger. Not everyone who died in battle went to Valhalla. According to Viking belief, the goddess Freya chose half of the fallen warriors. These warriors went to a place called Folkvanger. Folkvanger was calmer and more peaceful than Valhalla. It involved less fighting and more tranquility. This shows that Viking beliefs about death were not one-dimensional. Even after death, not everyone shared the same fate. Hel. Hell is one of the most misunderstood places in Viking mythology. The modern word hell comes from this name, but hell was not a place of fire and burning punishment. Hell was where those who did not die in battle went. Those who died from illness, old age, or natural causes ended up there. It was not a place of torture filled with flames. It was cold, silent, and bleak. There was no great reward, no honor, only shadows and silence. How did the Vikings become Christian? The Vikings did not accept Christianity all at once. Trade, raids, and settlements in southern lands brought them into constant contact with Christian societies. Over time, this new faith stopped feeling foreign and slowly began to spread into Viking life. This religious change began through Viking kings seeking stronger ties with Europe. A Christian king could build closer connections with Christian rulers. The people, however, did not abandon their old beliefs immediately. For a long time, the new faith and the old gods existed side by side. For the Vikings, this religious transition was the quiet steps toward the disappearance of a culture. Thank you for watching.